At 2 a.m., with a 102-degree fever, he was on his knees fixing a flooded toilet. His wife stood there, recording him. What she posted next would humiliate him in front of hundreds. But what he did after, she never saw it coming. And by the time she begged him to undo it, it was too late. This isn't a revenge story. It's a warning. It was 2:03 a.m., and Logan Reed was kneeling on the icy bathroom tiles, his face dripping with sweat and fever, his hands deep in toilet water that smelled faintly of bleach and something far worse. His temperature had clocked in at 102.4 degrees Fahrenheit. He'd checked it an hour earlier, right before he stumbled into this hell. What he didn't know, as he cranked the shut-off valve with shivering fingers, was that his wife, Vanessa, stood in the hallway behind him, filming. "Look at this pathetic man," her voice cooed softly into her phone. "Ladies, meet my husband. Can't even afford a plumber. Crawling around like a desperate cockroach." The red record blinked silently. Then she uploaded it to Instagram. Caption: "This is what rock bottom looks like." Her friends responded within minutes. Laughing emojis, crying laughing gifs, comments like, "At least he's good for something," and handyman or house pet. Logan didn't see the video right away. He was too busy trying not to pass out into sewage. The blockage was deep, wedged inside the trap, thanks to the so-called flushable wipes Vanessa loved and he'd warned her about for years. His arms were soaked to the elbows, sleeves dark with water and rage. It wasn't until he stood up to grab a wrench that his phone buzzed. The shared cloud album, something Vanessa insisted on to keep memories alive, had automatically uploaded her video. Logan's blood went still. There he was on the screen. A broken man hunched over a broken toilet. Her caption stared back like a slap in the face. Then came the comments. He didn't scream, didn't throw the phone, didn't even turn to face her. Instead, he lowered himself back to the floor and finished the job in silence. Each turn of the wrench carved another line into the stone wall building in his chest. Vanessa yawned loudly from the doorway. "You're so dramatic, Logan." It was a joke. That night, Logan didn't sleep. Fevered, furious, and hollow, he lay awake in the spare room, alone with the ghosts of 7 years of marriage. Vanessa, 33. Logan, 35. No kids. Thank God. 9 years together. 7 years married. And for what? She used to be soft. Not sweet, never sweet, but playful, electric. He thought that meant passion. Thought he could fix what was broken. He was wrong. Looking back, the red flags weren't flags. They were flares. He just kept walking into the fire, armed with hope and duct tape. Morning came like a hangover. Vanessa was still asleep. Logan checked their joint bank account on his phone. A pending charge, $327 for a limited edition sneaker drop. She'd ordered them while he bled into the plumbing. He didn't snap. He just stared. The humiliation, the disrespect, the 7 years of fixing sinks, drywall, leaky roofs, while she snapped selfies and drained their savings. She had always laughed off his budgeting spreadsheets and mocked his emergency fund. He thought she was just irresponsible. But now, he saw it clearly. It wasn't immaturity. It was cruelty. That morning, Logan showered and stared at himself in the fogged mirror. His face looked older. Not from the fever, from years of quiet battles. A war he didn't know he was losing until it was too late. He wasn't vengeful by nature. But nature breaks when you mock it enough. In the weeks that followed, Logan played the long game. On the outside, he was still Logan, the man who fixed things, took out the trash, listened to Vanessa complain about her boutique job, cooked dinner. He smiled, nodded, kissed her cheek. Inside, he was something else, something waiting. Every night, after she went to bed, he learned. Forums, blueprints, manuals. He mapped the house like it was a battlefield, water lines, breaker boxes, HVAC systems. Then he started ordering parts. Slowly, nothing suspicious. He rewired the thermostat, installed hidden valve restrictors, modified pressure sensors. Tiny changes, each one harmless alone. Together, they'd slowly drive a person insane. He also opened a new bank account, and he started moving out. A few family heirlooms disappeared from shelves. Birth certificates, passports, hard drives. She never noticed. Too busy planning a girl's trip to Lakewood with her friends. Friends who'd laughed, while Logan nearly passed out fixing her shit-filled throne. She handed him a list the day before she left. Repaint guest room. Fix window squeak. Reorganize her closet. Replace the hallway light. He smiled. Of course. Enjoy your trip. That night, she posted a selfie in the car with her friends. Caption, Freedom Weekend. Left the ball and chain with his honey-do list face with tears of joy. The next morning, Logan waved her off with her luggage. When the car vanished around the corner, he walked back inside and sat in the kitchen, listening to the silence. Then he got to work. Final phase. Logan moved like a ghost through the house, silent, precise, cold. He started with the water pressure restrictors. A twist here, a valve tightened there. It wouldn't shut off anything right away. But within 48 hours, the sinks would start to dribble. Toilets would take 2 flushes. Showers would feel like spit. He reprogrammed the smart thermostat, not to stop working, but to work wrong. Half a degree colder every 4 hours. Random furnace clicks in the middle of the night. Just enough to make someone paranoid. The lights? He didn't cut them. He staggered their timers. Living room lights would flicker at exactly 3:12 a.m. The hallway bulb would dim for 20 seconds every evening at 7:46. He was meticulous. And then there were the noises. He tucked a tiny Bluetooth speaker inside a vent and programmed it to play barely audible clicking sounds twice a night. Not enough to scare her, but enough to keep her from sleeping. All of it remote controlled from his new apartment. Bare walls, basic furniture, and peace. He didn't want revenge. He wanted acknowledgement and silence. The kind that comes after a storm has flattened everything. On day 2 of Vanessa's trip, Logan ignored 4 texts from her. All jokes. All bait. Hope you're getting lots done, Bob the Builder winking face. Don't forget to iron my jeans, babe. FYI, I bought some new candles. Don't throw them away this time, LOL. Did you see the comments on my post? People loved your plumber impression face with tears of joy fire. He didn't respond. Instead, he cooked steak for one and cracked open a cold beer. No eye rolls, no budget shaming, no one calling him cheap. Just steak and silence. Day 3. Vanessa came home, and the house had already started whispering. Text 1. Did the water pressure get worse while I was gone? The kitchen faucet is being weird. Text 2. Bathroom water's like a drizzle now. What did you do? Unamused face. Text 3. Okay, now the upstairs shower isn't working at all. Did you touch the plumbing or something? By 6 p.m., she'd moved from texting to calling. Logan didn't answer. She left voicemails that started sarcastic and ended with panic. James, Logan, whatever. This is not funny. If you're mad, just say it. But I need hot water. The toilet's making a gurgling sound. What did you do? He played the voicemails on speaker while lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, smiling softly. Not out of joy, but because, finally, the silence was his. That night, she found the letter. He'd left it on the kitchen counter in a sealed envelope, right beneath a small stack of printed receipts and screenshots. Photos of her mocking him. Credit card bills from her endless spending. Messages she sent her friends behind his back. The final page was a breakdown of her jokes. Pathetic cockroach. Caption, Instagram story. At least he's useful. Comment, Oakley. Freedom Weekend. Caption, girls trip selfie. Bob the Builder strikes again. Text, family thread. He included dates, times, screenshot timestamps. It was clinical, cold, like a coroner's report. At the bottom, in his careful handwriting, I fixed everything in this house except the one thing that ruined it. You. Day 4. The call started early. Her voice cracked on voicemail number 6. Logan, please. I don't understand. Everything's breaking. There's some sound coming from the walls. I can't sleep. The thermostat is broken. It's freezing. Please. Talk to me. Still, he said nothing. She posted on her story that evening. Just black screen text. Sometimes you don't appreciate someone until they're gone. The comment section was silent. No laughing emojis this time. Day 5. The water pressure was at its lowest setting. The garbage disposal started making that grinding noise he had warned her about months ago. She called again. Twice. Vanessa sounded like she was holding back tears. I need you to fix it. Please. I don't know how to do any of this. He answered. Calm. Measured. Nothing's broken, Logan said. Vanessa's breath caught. I just stopped fixing it. That's all. This is what it looks like without me. Silence. Then she whispered. What do you want from me? I want what you took from me, he said. Respect. A voice. And a public apology. Same stage you humiliated me on. She didn't argue. She knew he meant it. He heard her voice crack as she said, okay. The next morning, he opened Instagram. There it was. Public apology. I treated my husband like a joke. I ridiculed the person who held our world together while I played princess. I was cruel. And I'm sorry. Logan, I never saw what you carried. I do now. Comments. Disabled. Logan stared at the screen for a long time. Then he dialed her number. Vanessa picked up instantly. Her voice was smaller now. Does this mean you're coming home? She asked. He paused. I'm not coming home, he said. That place hasn't been home in a long time. She started crying. And for a moment, Logan felt the ghost of guilt trying to rise. But then she said it. I didn't realize how good I had it. No one else would put up with me like you did. Not love you. Not miss you. Not I was wrong. Just that. That's when Logan knew he'd done the right thing. Logan arrived at the house in the late afternoon. Not his home anymore, just a property, a structure with 4 walls and too many scars. Vanessa stood in the doorway, arms crossed, but she wasn't defiant anymore. Her posture sagged with uncertainty. Fear. She didn't hug him, didn't smile, just said, "Thank you for coming." He didn't respond, just walked past her, toolbox in hand, the ghost of a man she used to laugh at now towering silently beside her. He went room to room, fixing what he'd unfixed. Reset the valve restrictors. Reprogrammed the thermostat. Checked the drainage. Opened the wall panel and retrieved the small Bluetooth speaker without a word. Vanessa followed him like a shadow, saying little. In the kitchen, she finally spoke. Logan, please. I know I messed up. I didn't mean. Don't, he interrupted. She froze. You meant every word. Maybe not at first. Maybe you thought it was just funny. But you posted it. You laughed. You let them laugh. He reached into his bag and handed her a folder. What's this? Everything you'll need. Maintenance checklists. Service contacts. Budget plan. Instructions on how not to destroy your plumbing. Vanessa took the folder with trembling hands. He stepped back, took one last look around. The broken light bulb still buzzed faintly in the hallway. He hadn't fixed that one. Some things needed to stay broken. The next day, Logan filed for divorce. No drama. No shouting. Just clean cuts. A surgical extraction of 7 years of erosion. The house went up for sale a month later. They split the profits. Logan walked away with peace. Vanessa moved back in with her parents. Her social media went quiet. No more selfies. No more punchlines. No more freedom weekends. Oakley, the smug friend who'd once mocked Logan's salary, tried reaching out. He didn't answer. One screenshot reply, her old comment. At least my husband makes enough we don't need YouTube plumbing tutorials. After that, silence. 2 months passed. Logan filled the spaces she left behind with air that didn't suffocate. He took up hiking, gaming, learned to cook beyond the microwave. One night, he found himself smiling while doing the dishes. No hidden cameras. No snarky captions. Just hot water and the clink of plates. A new life. One night, he saw her name flash across his screen, Vanessa. He didn't answer. Her voicemail was rambling, tearful. I'm sorry, Logan. Really, I don't sleep. The thermostat's off again and I don't know what to do and everything is too quiet and I miss the noise you made. He deleted the message. Not out of anger, but because he didn't need it anymore. One Sunday afternoon, Logan bumped into Oakley at the store again. She glanced up, saw him, and instantly turned down a different aisle. He kept walking. He wasn't there to be remembered. He was there to be free. In the quiet of his apartment, Logan sat on the balcony, sipping coffee. A cool wind brushed against his face, and for the first time in years, it didn't carry tension. No more second-guessing. No more fixing someone who broke him in secret and laughed about it in public. Logan Reed, once mocked, filmed, and discarded, had built a new life, brick by brick, not out of spite, but survival. Some men walk away. Others burn the bridge behind them, so they can never be tempted to cross again. He didn't need revenge. He just needed peace. And he had finally earned it. End of story.